Whoops. I think I've been out of practice of this shit now.
It's been a little bit since we've been on regular.
Yeah. Dang it. Man, okay. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, is that right? Hey, hey, what's up?
WTF, welcome to Funkatopia. I hope you guys are doing well. You know, today was going to be one of those days where we were just going to sit it out. And we didn't do the show last week. And I was just like, all right, we have to figure this out. We gotta do a show. So tonight's a free for all. So 7:45 pre-show is non-existent tonight. We're just cutting loose and just doing whatever. Yeah, I got some little tidbits to talk about and whatnot. Of course, I wouldn't be me if I didn't. But I'm your host, Mr. Christopher. This is Funkatopia Live, and that, my friend, is the one, the only, the man with the plan, the MPG legend, Michael Bland.
I'm that.
Yeah, man. And I know I got a chance to ask you offline, but not on the show. How was because I know inquiring minds probably want to know, how was that Soul Asylum acoustic show that you guys did?
You know, we pulled it off. We fooled them again. I mean, it was literally in between two different legs of kind of a couple of weeks on the road and then a couple of weeks on the road. So it was like, it happened like right in the center of a lot of activity. I'm not out with them right now. I've got other things I'm doing, but they came home for a few days. We did it, and then they left.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're liable to see and hear footage probably coming out at some point. I mean, it happened at the Dakota, and they film every show, and we happen to multi-track the gig, so I'm sure we'll use it for content.
Yeah, but I think that'd be cool. I mean, you know, releasing stuff is what the fans want. So, I mean, I imagine you did the Dakota, right?
Yeah, that was at the Dakota.
Oh, and that must have been a sold out show.
Yes, it was sold out, and we were happy about that.
Of course.
Yes.
I like. There's things that I like about the Dakota and things I don't like about the Dakota.
I had this conversation once today. I could have it again.
What was the conversation? What was the original conversation?
You know, I don't want to just ramble on. It's like, you know, because listen, to me, it's not the ideal layout. I don't necessarily like the way the place sounds, but you know what? People like to go there, and you know, they treat us all right. I mean, I've seen them treat some of the international stars, you know, a little better. It's I don't know, man. There's not that many live venues really to play in Minneapolis like that. So I'm trying not to be an ingrate because I'm happy that we're in demand, and they, you know, I play there probably at least once a month. So, you know. But hey, listen.
All right, so then we'll just stop that conversation.
Yeah,
we ain't about to burn no bridges.
I'm not trying. I'll just
tell you, I'll just share with the things that I'm not a fan of, not for any type of judgment or whatever, but maybe that there's something that they can do to resolve it. And my thing is that, first off, for those that don't know, we're talking about the Dakota in Minneapolis, and it's a long club. So it's more long than it is kind of wide. And the band is kind of situated in the middle. And if you happen to get seats that are on the second level, there are some places where it's just not, you just can't see anything really that's going on. It's not really it. So I think that's an easy fix with, strategically placed monitors. Not that they don't do that. I think there's like one or two monitors I can think of, but they're just not strategically placed for that scenario. It's just,
Sure. They've been there for a while, so I think they've solved everything that they can there. The unfortunate part, not unfortunate, but it started out mainly as a jazz club. They just started within the last 10 years or so, I want to say, like bringing in people like Michelle and Cello,
Michelle's been there?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't see that. I would love to see that.
Played there. Ghost Note plays there. I mean, I'm saying it's real. It's legit, man. It just, I'm a fuss budget, man. I'm always looking for improvement.
Yeah, I know when we were in town during the celebration, Mono Neon was there too. So I mean,
sure, right. So they do business. They do solid business, man. Tower of Power plays there at least once a year. I mean.
That's crazy to me.
I mean, some people bring an extra PA and this and that and the other thing, but it's like, really, for me as a drummer, it forces me to really play dynamically, because less than 10 feet away from me, somebody's eating their black garlic Caesar salad.
I know.
So that's I'm like, what am I doing up? I'm making sandwiches up here. I'm making finger sandwiches, So sometimes it's like, if I get in the wrong headspace, I can't really do what I need to do. But we made it work. The Soul Asylum, we didn't overplay the room. It was an acoustic show. We did a very good job.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Somebody over here in the comments just said, Christina Schlosser, I loved the Soul Asylum concert at the Dakota. One of the best concerts I've seen this year.
Yeah, there you go.
No, we got a solid review. So
there you go. That's feedback.
Yes, feedback.
That'll be on the album cover.
Yep, exactly. I love the Soul Asylum.
Yes. Yeah. So I kind of want to explain things to you guys a little bit. Well, first off, obviously, one of the things I used to do regularly when I used to do these shows, sometimes I would do shows in the afternoon when I was working from here, but now I had to physically go in the office. I can't do those shows anymore, but I would always light incense. So I kind of feel like we probably should light some incense and, just kind of get a little bit of vibe going. I'll have a vibe, and you guys can just imagine.
That's fine. Since you can't light anything else on the air, why not light that?
Oh, well, I could. I mean, I've seen podcasts do it. There's plenty of podcasts. I mean, Joe Rogan does it. And
really?
Everybody else. Yeah. Joe Rogan will sit there and fire up right on the show. It's pretty crazy.
I don't know if that's cool or not.
It's not hurting his numbers, that's for sure.
Well, okay. When your demographic is smoking weed,
that's right.
Why would you not?
I don't know that we're intimately that knowledgeable about our demographic to know whether or not it would go over well or not.
I don't know if Prince music is weed music. Because oh, never mind, man. Let's talk about something else.
He may not have partaken, but let me just tell you.
Don't play yourself, man. Don't say.
No, I'm not going to play myself. But let me just tell you. There's plenty to enjoy. It's
no.
It's amazing. Yeah, let's just tell you.
I don't know. That'd be a different experience.
It was the 80s. I mean, it was
all right.
Even 80s and 90s, man. It was just like, all right, here we go. We're along for the ride.
Yeah, I mean, I know a person who He'll go nameless because he's somebody we both know, but he said he dropped acid watching the Sign of the Times film, and it scared the out of him.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, I think the craziest thing, yeah. Acid was never great. I did it a few times in the early 90s, and there was like certain things that I did that I was not a fan of. Acid I did a few times, but it was always something weird, always something bizarre, and of course that comes with the territory, but it just there was a guy who was over his apartment one time, and I can't remember his name, but he had Pink Floyd's The Wall playing on the TV with the sound off.
With the
sound off.
And I can't take it.
And then David Bowie's Spider from Mars.
No.
And it was a very overwhelming evening. Yes, it was a very overwhelming evening. It was just like, okay, all right, so here we are.
That's abuse.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. And then I've tried Coke once, and I did not like it at all.
Really?
I hated it. I don't know what I see. And I already had ADHD, so to kind of amplify that shit is like, why in the world would you? It's just like I couldn't. It's no, just pass. So I just said, all right, done it, tried it, we're good.
Almost everybody I know who tried cocaine said the first time was incredible. It's like you feel like a superhero.
Yeah, I did not feel like a superhero. I felt like my heart was going to explode, and I felt like
I've never tried it. I was offered it the first time I was offered cocaine. I was 16, and the dude was like, "Hey, you want a little bump?" And then he went, "How old are you?" Man, he put the vial back in his pocket.
You lucked out.
You're too young. Yes, this dude, he snorted some, but you're too young to be doing stuff like this, man.
Yeah. I never did crack, even though it was really highly prevalent when I lived, because we were living in downtown Atlanta. I mean, even crack was everywhere. Yeah. I never tried it because I was watching friends do it, and I was like watching their lives just degrade in front of my eyes. I was just like, no, that's not for me at all. And then hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is what a free for all is about. You don't know where we're gonna go.
We'll talk about whatever we feel like.
Yeah. And then
true drug confessions.
That's right. Funkatopia booth confessions, as Rodney said.
Yeah. Oh, right.
And so
Rodney.
And then in heroin, I've never seen anybody do heroin, but I don't even like getting shots at the doctor's office, so I'm certainly not doing it on my free time.
Yeah. Why do you want a needle in your? Yeah, why do that to yourself?
You see those people that just like they fall out and they just they're like unconscious, and then and then they've got what is this thing? Is that the fentanyl lean or whatever that I keep seeing video clips of, where the people are just like slumped over, like they're standing up, but they're like slumped over, like they're tying their shoes, and they're just kind of they're just standing there. It's like, what is that about? That's crazy, man. That's like terrifying. I can't even.
Zombified. Yeah.
That's
I don't
know. Let's just change the subject. I don't know. This is not a very good segue, but I saw the Michael movie today, finally.
Oh, for real? What did you think, man?
I like it.
Wait a minute. That's not much of a change in subject. We could.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is not a good segue, brother.
Now, MJ did a lot of drugs, but there are different drugs.
It was not a good segue at all. That's okay.
You're good, man.
That's okay. But I think they did a lot of condensing. There's a lot of. They obviously had to, because it's condensed down to a 2-hour movie. Yeah. I did like that Prince got a call out in the movie. I thought that was cool.
I don't remember. How did it happen? I don't.
Well, he was laying in the pool, laying on a float in the pool, and Marlon, one of his brothers, basically said, "What are you doing?" He's just like, "I'm receiving music. God is getting, I got to receive it."
Yes.
And he said, if I don't receive it, God will give it to Prince.
Yes. Yes.
Laughed.
I forgot about that.
And I always thought that was just like a rumor that he said that, but the fact that they put it in the movie, it must have been something that he actually did say. So.
No, I've always taken the impression that he actually did say that when he was this is my giving tree. It was one of those interviews where he's talking about he's in the giving tree. He gets songs there, and he's like, he has to stay vigilant because if he doesn't stay open, Prince might get the song other than him. And I was like, wow, that's a really. Actually, it was probably a real thing for those dudes. I mean, I saw an interview, I think it was Sting talking about, like, he sees songwriting like everybody is sort of waiting in this body of water and everybody is, kind of looking and searching. Like it's a consciousness, like it's a place you're going, and you're foraging for ideas, and so is everyone else. I imagine, that's what it's like for some of those dudes.
And maybe somebody in the chat room can help me out. There was a scene, he had just got done, in the movie, doing well with Off the Wall, and he was debating about his next movie, and they jumped to a scene where he's watching the news and the Bloods and Crips have gone at it and a bunch of people got shot and whatever. And he got them together in a warehouse to dance and whatnot, to dance together. And I was always under the impression that was for the bad video.
Oh.
I always thought that because I was always under the impression that Bloods and Crips thing that Michael did, where he brought them together and taught them dance moves, was for the bad video. But
I thought
apparently it was for I guess it was Beat It. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah, so it was just some weird things that I didn't know.
It's all right. I mean, that's why I'm glad that that Michael's estate had something to do with putting the movie out, because then they can fact check.
Yeah, I think Michael's kind of one of those stories where it's a little bit of a disservice to do a 2-hour movie, because I realize now that's probably why the whole Prince thing, as far as Prince doing a movie, is not panning out in that way where it will be a couple-hour thing. Now, I don't know about anything regarding the Purple Rain Broadway musical. That's specifically focusing on that. But when you're talking about an entire person's career, life, or whatever, I feel like MJ is one of these guys that legitimately deserves to have a whole entire series, and not on the pedophilia accusations. None of that stuff. I'm talking, if it's going to be included at, don't make it so friggin', overwhelming. It's a part of the story. He beat it. But I feel like he deserves a bigger platform to tell the stories. A multi-part Netflix thing not a multi-part Netflix thing that deals just on the accusations.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't they put out? They immediately after put out like their little mini series. What is it called? Like The Verdict, I think it was called.
Yeah, and then there was Escape from Neverland or whatever.
That's not cool. Like, why would you do that, man?
It was a 5-part series on Netflix, and it was 5-part. It was a multi-part series, so it was like at least three plus hours. I mean, 3 hours of
on The Verdict. Like, this dude's been a star since he was 6-7 years old, and you want to make a documentary about, first off, some allegations that he beat.
Right. That's I think that's the most annoying part of it, is they spent 2.5 hours of it or more of the 3 hours, assuming that it was 3-part series. They spent 85% of whatever it was building up the case against him, and then they spent this little teeny wedge to kind of to say, oh, he was not guilty. He was acquitted. He was acquitted. Okay, well. Okay.
Then why? Yeah. Why tell this long tragic story?
Yeah.
That, And see, I wanted to. I don't mean to get into the whole Ezra Edelman thing, but it's like, I just think he went into it with the wrong spirit.
I don't know that. See, here's one of the things. Nobody, well, a handful of people, I guess 20 maybe. I don't know. I don't remember how many people, but a handful of people saw it. The whole entire thing.
Really?
And they said it was, Questlove was one of them. There was like about 20 people that actually got to see the whole entire thing. And Questlove was like, it was life-changing. It would just really, it helped you kind of understand him as a person and kind of understand all of his flaws. And, but it never took away from the greatness of what he was. Very similar to, anything like James Brown and, Jim Morrison. All of them had like major, massive flaws and stuff, but they're still legends and they're still celebrated and they're still, so it didn't really take away from that. But I think you are a perfect example because you said that, you were interviewed for it and then you started to get this vibe that it was off.
I talked to this particular person and I let her persuade me into saying yes. And then I called her the next day and I said, I don't feel right about it. So, and my first question was, well, it's great that you guys got the job, but what happened to, what's her name? Her name is escaping me now. Ava
Ava DuVernay.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, she was legit. What happened to her? Oh, well, we don't really know so much about that. Blah blah blah. Like, well, no. She's legit. If she's walking away or somebody clipped her, there's got to be a deeper reason happening here.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily know who was, who was really at the helm, because that was at that window when the estate was shifting hands. So I think that there was a side of the estate that was a little bit okay with the sensationalism of some of the things, and then once it changed hands, Londell and them were like, this isn't going to work. You can't say this, that, and the other.
Yeah, maybe they're I know everybody thinks it was mostly in something that they did probably to protect their financial potential. They didn't want anything coming out that might smear prints and then slow down revenues. I get that, but also, it's like somebody has to draw the line. Somebody has to, you need guidelines, you need rules in those types of situations. Yeah, and Ezra was given some, and he didn't follow them. So, you got a lot of people taking liberties,
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
I get it. It's like, I'm not against the estate. And as a matter of fact, I think they did the right thing,
Yeah. In that regard, I think, I have my own little quandaries and whatnot with everything, just with everything that's.
We all do.
Yeah. The estate definitely right now, currently the current estate has a lot of detractors and people that are like, for instance, in this particular case with the documentary, a lot of people feel like it was great. I'm glad they did that. In the vision of, but every single person in this room and every single person that was just like, yes, I'm glad they did it, would have watched every single minute of that had it hit on Netflix. Not a doubt.
If it's going to be out, then it's out,
Right. But you can't,
Yeah, I wasn't going to watch the Michael film, but I found it on my VC box, the black box. We got the black box, and I was like, okay, well, let me check it out. And really, I enjoyed it. I don't know that it was too short. It could have been a little longer. But
it was it's a couple hours. It did feel like, there was some pieces I feel like they fleshed out. They definitely fleshed out Joseph. They definitely fleshed out his dad for sure. They fleshed him out.
But I think Jafar killed it, man.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
Yeah, he's always a monster.
Yeah,
he's in everything. I just think everything. I think the first time I saw him was Walking Dead. I guess it was.
Okay.
I think it was Walking Dead. Was it Walking Dead or was it the spin-off of Walking Dead? I think Walking Dead was. I think it was one of the spin-offs of Walking Dead.
All right.
But yeah, anyways.
Either way, get your bag, Jafar. Yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, go ahead, man. That's good.
Rumble, young man. Rumble.
Yeah, for those who are interested in seeing Michael, it is on Stars. So if you have Stars, it just popped up there, which I find a little bit weird too. I'm like surprised that this is like one of the biggest films of the year so far. I don't know where Spider-Man's at. Sorry, this incense is killing me. I might have to put this out. Anyways, because it's right in my face. But I'm just surprised that it ended up on Stars and not on HBO Max or on Netflix or on one of the bigger. I mean, because Stars doesn't. I mean, they probably have deep pockets, but like HBO deep pockets, like Netflix deep pockets.
Yeah, but I mean, I bet. I mean, that was probably an incredible get for them. So they probably pulled out the stops. They maybe offered something that the other two wouldn't have. You know.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
You know, it's who knows. These agreements happen. And, you know, clearly or maybe, you know, it was a matter of, because certainly a company as big as Netflix, if you're going to dance, you know, they're going to lead. They want something from it. They want to control what's happening to a certain degree, I'm sure. I think probably with Stars, since they're not a name brand, who knows? I mean, I guess I'm speculating. But,
yeah, I don't know.
You know, I mean, they may have the money, but not, you know, they might use their whole year budget on just getting that Michael movie. Who knows?
I mean, I have it. I happen to have Stars. I think I get it free with something that I have. I don't know if it's my phone service or something that's like.
Well, you got into P Valley? You watch P Valley?
I started watching it. I watched about 3 episodes of it, and I was just like, All right. Did they have they got the documentary on Magic City? Is that on Stars? I did see that. I had to see that just because it's in my hometown.
There's a lot of black programming on Stars, so I'm starting to think maybe it was a decision. Slightly, maybe it was part of it.
Could have been. I mean, yeah, there is, because I know that 50 Cent has like a bunch of shows that he's produced that sit on there, and there's I got to, and there's also a documentary on Freaknik also.
Yes, seen it.
Yeah, both ATL homestead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I always threatened to move to Atlanta when I was younger.
Yeah, you said the only place that you had been that you really, really liked was Australia. You said if you had to.
Yeah, but it was I don't know. I think it was an argument
back in the day in that moment.
I was in an argument with my ex-wife back in the 90s. I'm like, yeah, I tell you what I'm going to do. Yeah, like if you want to stop this right now, I will move to Atlanta.
It's got better weather for sure.
And beautiful black everywhere.
It is.
It's okay to say it, man.
Yeah, no, it is. Trust me. No, I know. If we do a confession booth here,
lovely.
If we're doing a confession booth here, I could unveil some truths, but I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, me too. But I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to have to restructure my life after this.
No, yes. And on top of that, my daughter watches the show. She's already discovered too much stuff.
You don't want to hear about you and getting brown sugar back in 19.
Yeah. Let's not. Let's not and say we did.
Yeah. Oh well, all right.
And no, we did, but let's say not.
That's what you meant. See, that instance got your frontal nodules are all. Your hippocampus is thrown off of kilter.
So I know a lot of people were kind of curious as to why there was a lot of why we didn't do a show last week and of that. So I wanted to kind of speak to that. This was a little bullet point that I had that I wanted to talk to you guys about, because there is something coming that is not It's not Funkatopia related, but there is another music website that is coming. And I know you've heard me say this before, but it's like the website is already operational. It's already up and running. Right now, I'm working on fixing some few tweaks, but it's done. It's running. And so it's taken up a lot of my time because there's a lot of programming and a lot of things that I have to work through and membership stuff. It's not a pay site, but there might be a pay component to it depending on how it's structured. But right now I'm currently in the process of designing a site that supports musicians. And Michael can tell you this, that I just got, there comes a point in time where you just kind of, you can only tolerate so much ridiculousness before you go, okay, let me just time out here. Because the reality of it is, I love all kinds of music, not just funk. I love funk. I love neo soul. I love all the offshoots of funk, like acid jazz and, like I just said, neo soul and some of the funk rock and some of these really cool ass bands that are coming out, like psychedelics and just some really great stuff that's coming out. And there was also this really crazy acoustic girl that I saw playing acoustic guitar, and she was just killing it. And I was like, man, I'd love to just show stuff like that, man. But it's not funk. And so I think I kind of feel like Funkatopia is still going to be a thing. We're still going to be doing this. We're still going to do everything that you guys love, but I need another outlet for, this is kind of like Prince's protege bands. He's just like, there's all this that I have to do, and I have to create this whole scenario off to the side here, because so this site is really designed back. For those that don't know, I used to run a website called slabmusic.com, which stood for Southern Local Area Bands. So slabmusic.com we had music festivals. I had music festivals, and tons of bands came through it, and it was really, really cool. We had did like 7 music festivals, Hard Rock Cafe. We had members of the Zach Brown Band and John Mayer and so many big Rehab, all these really cool bands that would come through and play at the festivals and stuff, that my festivals. And I love that because I could experiment with all types of music, man. It was just really, really cool. I love all types of music, and I needed to have that outlet again where I can help musicians. I could help market musicians. Like, it was really cool to be able to have Andre Simone on the last show that we did. Yeah, and we did a whole. We talked about his album that is out now. The Resurrection of Funk is out now. The link is still active. Funkatopia.com/Andre. The album is so good, but I want to be able to continue doing that with all types of music, just all types of music. And so this website that's what this is all about. This new website that is going to be launching soon, definitely before the end of the year. It will be up in some form or fashion by the end of the month, but not available to the jet. It's like a soft launch type of thing. It's just kind of putting it out there. And I let Google index it, and Google is already hitting on it already. So Google's already picking up things already. But it's going to be a place where you're going to be able to go and look up your favorite artists and listen to their music and watch their videos and see their shows, and also music news and get tickets to their concerts. That's for you as a fan, which there's already websites that do that stuff. This side of it, though, which is the primary focus of the site, is for the artist. It's for the musician themselves. There's going to be things that they can do where they can go in and they can sign up. And if you happen to be in a band and you're going on tour, you can actually go to the city that you're going to be the cities that you're going to be going into, and it will give you a comprehensive list of the places that you can reach out to, periodicals, magazines, radio stations that will play local music, places where you can get the word out for your shows and events. On top, it's a lot of different things, just a lot of different components to help the artists to actually be able to market themselves and be able to push themselves out and have their shows and their tour dates and things and just be easier, more accessible, and just be able to better market themselves. And
what is the name of the site?
I haven't reeled that yet. It is.
Okay.
Should I? I don't know. I don't know if I should reveal it or not, because right now we're kind of got it in a. Right now it's behind it. You can go to it, but you need a password to get in. And
okay. Well, hey,
and
man,
see
what?
All right. I'll tell you what it is. The name of the website is tickbang.com. TICK bang.com. Tickbang.com. That is the site. You can't get into it until without a password, but that's because there's other things that are going on in the background. But there's going to be concert calendars. Let's just say you happen to go out of town. You're going out of town to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and you're like, I'm in town and I don't know any of the places around here. I don't know any band. I don't know anything about this town. You can go onto the site and you can pull up your city and you can see all the shows that are happening in your area. Well, I can do that on Ticketmaster right now. Yes, you can. But I'm not talking about the Ticketmaster shows. While those are in the listings, we're talking about local bands and regional bands that you can actually see in the mix along with everything else, for wherever you are.
Yeah, man. Good on you, man.
It's going to be good. It's going to be a good resource to kind of just help local musicians and help artists. And that's what I want to get back to. And while I am doing that in this capacity here, I feel like there's this glass ceiling that's happening. Yeah.
I mean, well, yes, I know exactly what you're saying. So, I mean, I think it's a great idea. I'm all for it, and I'm here to support you in whatever way possible, getting that moving.
Oh yeah, it's going to be fun, and we got some folks that are coming in. So yes, for those who want to know, Michael is involved in this process too, but I've kind of kept him out of it. I've kept him out of it up to this point, but he was aware that it was coming, but he hasn't had a chance to kind of.
I didn't know this was the unveiling. Okay.
Yeah, no, I was just it was more of just letting folks know what's going on, that it's happening, that it's already built. But right now I'm in the process of trying to break things, because you're going to get all kinds of craziness coming from all different, people just trying to fuck things up and just trying to,
spam. They really do, don't they? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Just try to spam the system or try to figure out ways to game it and, trick this, that, and the other. And so that's what I'm in the process of doing right now is closing up all those loopholes, because I'm successfully breaking it. So that's kind of where, I had to turn to, AI and just say, okay, this is broken. How do I get around this and fix this and fix that?
Sure.
So it's going to be great. And you guys are going to love it. Hope to have it launched. Hope to have it launched by September 1st, but we're already sitting at the 18th. So looks like it'd be close. If I say October 1st, that's my mama's birthday. Maybe I'll just shoot for that.
Okay. Yeah. Gives yourself, that's plenty of time. Definitely.
Yeah, why not? Or on my birthday, which is November.
Okay.
But anyways, it's coming. Just know it's coming. It's going to be a lot of fun. And if you're in a band, just stay tuned to tickbang.com. I may start putting up a little sheet or a little email list so that you can be alerted when it launches. Oh, because here's another cool part of it too. There's another segment of it as well. I'm not going to give away this domain name because this one I don't think is locked down. But there's a segment of this where if you are in a band and you don't have a bass player and you need a bass player, you can go into this system and you can fill in those holes and fill in those gaps. If you're a solo artist, like friggin' a lot, James Brown used to do it. A lot of artists used to do it where they'll go into town and they'll just hire musicians wherever they are so they don't have to pay for lodging and whatever else, and they just hire them to come in and play it. They can read sheet music. You're going to be able to have all that. You can get to musicians, and if you're a musician that needs to find a band, you can do that. Vice versa. All that stuff is built in.
Oh yeah,
and it's going to be a pretty amazing resources for artists. So it's going to be awesome. And if you already support Funkatopia, first off, thank you so much. We greatly appreciate it for sure. I don't know if you guys know this. We haven't done any scrolls whatsoever. I do want to put up this scroll. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything about the estate, so we don't need to do that scroll. But if you are supporting Funkatopia through Patreon, patreon.com/Funkatopia, know that next Tuesday, which is the 25th, we're doing the drawing. We do a monthly drawing for members of Patreon, patreon.com/Funkatopia. And this month's drawing, last month's drawing was Steve Park's book, the big massive hardcover book, black, white color, and also the other book for Emancipation, Words and Pictures. That was pretty awesome. This month, it's actual vinyl. Oh, we got, vinyl. I've got the 45, unopened 45, by the way, of the Welcome to America. I think this is the colored vinyl. I think it's on yellow vinyl. Plus, it also has the live Welcome to America, and with interpolated with Dreamer on the back of it too, which is amazing. We played a clip of that last show. And I know you're like, we have to do 45. It's also a box set as part of this too. A box set of Prince Piano and Microphone 1983. That's right. Yeah, the whole box set. So it is a box set and it is a 45. And if you want to be in the drawing, the drawing's on Tuesday. I think the cutoff is, I'll have to look at the calendar, but the cutoff is Sunday. So this Sunday coming up is the cutoff. So if you want to get in on the drawing, all you have to do is join patreon.com/Funkatopia. You can see it. patreon.com/Funkatopia. Funkatopia. It helps to not only help us continue doing things that we're doing already, but also the 24/7 funk radio station that we have on the Funked Up app is ASCAP licensed and global music rights licensed. So, and it is very costly. It's not cheap. Yeah. So it helps us kind of keep that radio station on the air. So you can go ahead and you can download that for free. Yes, it's free. We were just talking about that. That's what I'm saying. The Patreon supporters are what allow you to be able to listen to these radio stations and stuff. And you can become part of the mix. Love to have you on board. And it's, try to do a lot more. I'll probably let the Patreon supporters know about the Tickbang launch before everybody else, and just let everybody just do their thing. But anyways, so that's kind of the things that have been going on with me, and just and we already knew that my daughter went off to college, and that was that's just crazy. I mean, it's weird to do a show and not have Jaden walk in.
Right. I got used to it myself.
Yeah. Not having, it's just like, what's going on, man? A lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool things going on. And man. But speaking of which, I did have a debate about this because, I'm doing programming here for the website. A lot of the programming I'm doing utilizing AI, especially if I hit like roadblocks and I can't figure out what's going on. I can set Claude or Chat GPT loose on the site and just say, what's broken here? And they can say, oh yeah, you don't, we'll just like comb everything. So, oh, you don't have a bracket at the end of this line. It's just like, oh crap, I forgot to close it. That's what's nuts about this. Is just like, if it was just me, it would probably hours and hours and hours of me trying to track down exactly where something's getting broken. It's just ridiculous. So yeah. But in regards to AI music, this just keeps on coming up. We've already talked about it. We talked about the AI imagery. We talked about that on the show. Oh yeah. And I was trying to debate, and then I was talking to somebody that you and I know on the phone. I guess it was a couple weeks ago. And she was telling me that she knew somebody that was bragging another girl that had released something and said, I released a brand new album. And she had a problem with the fact that she was saying, I released music when really, in all honesty, it was just to her singing to tracks that had been done with AI, whether it was or whatever. This is it kind of got me thinking for a second, because she felt some sort of way that this woman was basically saying, I got a brand new album. I was like, you don't have a brand new album. That was done by AI. You're just kind of singing along in a karaoke type of thing. And I thought to myself, she didn't use those words, but that's kind of how that's how I was hearing it.
All right.
And that's how I was hearing it. And I kind of thought to myself, how it's somebody else, something else writing the music, not a person. And so I get that. And on top of that, it borrows from things that are already out there. It borrows from different, for music pieces and whatnot. What is your opinion to somebody who puts together an entire album? Because I've considered doing it. I mean, I can, tinker around and keyboards and stuff and add flair and do whatever I want to do to whatever I want to do.
Sure.
But what is your take on AI music outside of its thievery? If you can get outside of that, I don't know if you can get outside of that or not. I don't know.
I don't know either. And I think I don't know that I would, to be honest, I think maybe the jury's still out on it for me, because I don't want to be, I'm noticing there's a generation of musicians, people like Ryan Tedder from One Republic, who's like a singer-songwriter. He's got a team of writers, and they use like Suno, in certain ways to like assist the writing process,
Right.
And it's like, yeah, okay, if those dudes that are high up on this, the high ups are using it, there's got to be a pragmatic way to use it as an artistic person. You know?
Well, I mean, because I know Billie Eilish and her brother use it, and let me just say, Billie Eilish and Phineas are friggin', I mean, they're geniuses. They literally are a musical genius. They both know music theory in and out, and they spend an inordinate amount of time going over tracks and re-recording vocals. And I mean, it kind of made me feel some sort of way when I saw this one video that she did, not to go down too much of a rabbit hole, but there was some video of some song that was a really big song on the radio. And like throughout the process of a song, like almost every syllable or every other syllable was recorded in just like it was pieced together like Frankenstein. Like the vocal part, like her lead vocal part was, I don't know, 100 different clips or whatever. And I'm like
that's how it sounded?
No, it didn't sound like that. It sounded just like she had just sang it in one take. And I've seen her live in concert twice. And, I don't know. I don't think she's singing the tracks. I'm pretty sure she's live. But I'm like, can you not sing a song all the way through that you feel like are you doing that for like just to kind of show your technical prowess and that you can seam these things together? But if I don't understand. Can you not make it through it? Like every time I've ever been in the studio, I don't think I've ever done a song. I think the most takes I've ever done in a song was 4 on anything that I've ever done. Most times I can do it in the first or second take. If I know, depending on, obviously if I'm in the studio, I know the song. So I've already gotten past the figuring out where things are, I'm already in that. And the only time, I was in a 4-track or 4-session scenario was when I couldn't hit a note, or just I was either yelling or hitting something high that I didn't like the sound of it once I crescendoed. It's like that, those types of things. But anyways, to go back to that, okay. I kind of feel like all major artists are using AI in some form or fashion right now. Everything you hear on the radio, I feel like is there.
Sure. I mean, and I'll add that I watched this interview with Ryan Tedder where he was talking about meeting with the people who are creating this software. Like they wanted him to try it out. They wanted his opinion, and he's like, I can either be a purist and say, screw you guys, I don't want any part of this. You're ruining everything, so on and so forth. Or I can get with it and maybe make it even a more useful tool for people who are serious about wanting to do this sort of thing. So, it's weird. There's this, I mean, I was saying, me and a friend of mine, Young Rai, we tried writing with Suno. It was really crazy, man, because what it spits out, it's like there's no life force in it. Like there's no divine spark. There's something is missing, and it's this. Of course, the playing is incredible, the singing's incredible, but there's something. There is a void somewhere on the inside of it. I don't.
Yeah, I get it, and the stuff that they're doing right now, the stuff that we're seeing that's being created is not just that. This is a problematic, because I saw somebody in the chat room talking about these AI Prince songs that are on there, and they're getting it's friggin' scary, and scary to the point where that one that came out that everybody says it's AI, and I still don't believe that it's AI.
Like it sounded that much like Prince to you?
It sounded that you're talking about me too. Yes, it's not like right. I don't have to sell anybody on my Prince fandom. Okay, I don't have to sell anybody on this. When I'm hearing it and I'm listening with the really discerning ear, even in headphones, and again with the way that the lyrics matched what's the name of that song, Rodney, or anybody? Somebody tell me or remind me what the name of that song was that came out, that it was a little bit of a debate, and it was an unreleased song, but they had lyrics from this unreleased song, and the lyrics were already documented, so it wasn't like some strange weird thing that I've never heard this, but anyways, it's shocking to me. The lyrics were already verified by RR Auctions or whatever it was, or some rock and roll artifact auction. It was already verified. So to go to that level of intricacy is just like, I don't know.
Well, the thing is to me, it's like, what is it really for? If they've released this technology to the public to do whatever you want, kind of like with the internet, it's like, somebody told me a long time ago that what the government likes to do is they come up with these new technologies, they use it for whatever they built it for, and then they find some sort of benign reason to give it to the public as a thing to play with,
right. Well, and I think again, the more thing I was trying to get to is that it's intentionally replicating things. Matter of fact, let me play this video. There is a video that was on X. Let me see if I've got it. There was this guy named J Smooth 995, and he's playing around with this alternate software. I don't know what it is, but it's this alternate software that's similar to Suno, and I don't want to over explain it. I'll let him explain it. So let me just share this situation. He's talking about some artist in the very beginning of it. So apologies for that. I'll share the audio, and here it is.
So you may have heard that one of the biggest hit songs of the summer is this utterly garbaceous, fake AI-generated song named Rubbers by Phoenix Flexin, which we now know was specifically created by an AI program named Treblo. And I had never heard of Treblo before, so I decided to test it out and see how it compares to these other programs like Suno and Udio. And I want to show you the results real quick so that you can all join me in pondering exactly how cooked we are. So I didn't do anything fancy. I didn't touch any advanced features. All I did was type in 80s Minneapolis funk song about AI music being evil, and then I pressed the button. 30 seconds later, there's 2 complete songs generated. I want you to listen to the first one, and specifically listen to the voice that this thing generated.
And stealing every number 9. I dance to a digital beat. Can't feel what ain't real. Take your hands off my soul. This machine ain't got no control. Every note that I know ain't something you can program or clone. No, you can clone.
Are you kidding me? That's Prince's voice. It just straight up replicated Prince's voice. How is this okay? There is no way you were going to tell me they did not steal Prince's catalog and put it into their data set. So I don't know. You tell me, like, is this actionable? I feel like something should be done about this. This is not okay, man. There's thieves in the temple.
All right.
Watch out.
Yeah, so, okay.
I think the only thing they missed was on that chorus. They needed that funky Telecaster. They needed some scrub during that chorus. That would have done it for me. But the fact that the music did not grow from it tapered off pretty quick. Like, that's pretty basic. That's not. That's even more minimal than like Dirty Mind to me.
Well, but here's the thing about it, and I think what the point of it being not just the music part of it, but that it's replicated Prince's voice.
Oh man, I mean, I can kind of tell, but it's very close.
Yeah, I mean,
I can tell. But
absolutely, you can probably tell. Yeah, you can tell. Sure.
It's like, wow, man. But I mean, they could have chosen somebody else, somebody a little less obvious.
Yeah, I mean, well, who? Rockwell? What are we talking about here?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, they could have
Rockwell.
They could have tried to get closer to Jesse or Andre or somebody. You know?
Yeah, I think that could have
not so on the nose Prince, you know.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that. Trying to find this track that from Prince that I was talking about, the unreleased track. I'm still trying to remember what it was.
It looked like somebody said it was called "This Dick," but I thought they maybe
not that one. No.
Okay, so that is a song.
That is actually a song. Yes. Have you not heard that? Have you not heard that song? It's so stupid. It's so obvious.
Did I ever tell you about the day that I was in Prince's office and he played me a song called "Good Dick and a Job"?
Yes, I did tell you that story.
So it's not like he was above it.
No. Yeah. Hold on a second. I think I do have that video for This Dick. Hold on a second. This is not the song I'm talking about. This is not the one I'm like, I don't think this is AI. This is definitely AI. It's so stupid. This is
Purple, velvet jacket on the floor, sugar. I don't wanna talk no more. Cold water, ice cubes, diamond rings. I need exactly what the river brings. Hot, so hot. My fever's peeking through the roof. Look at me, girl. I am a living proof. This dick ain't gonna suck yourself, mama. This dick ain't gonna suck yourself, mama.
all right.
That's. I just realized what he was saying. Are you kidding me?
No, you just saw it. Oh, that's not the song I was talking about. What is the? Sorry, my gosh, I'm like red like the inside of a watermelon now.
That is crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's not. But no, this is there was another one that was really good. And again, it was from lyrics that gosh, I guess nobody knows what this song is. I did see I'm starting to see some of these things that were on some of these timeless tracks, like crappy versions of it.
Oh, really?
That are popping up on I don't know. It's just it's just saying all kinds of stuff. I know that somebody in here knows the song that I'm talking about. That everybody was debating whether or not was AI because it matched. Dang, it's going to drive me crazy. Anyways, the point of this being is that this whole AI scenario with music is just crazy. Was it unbeknownst to you? Let me see if that's what it was. I think that may have been it.
Unbeknownst to you, somebody's saying.
Yeah, I think that may be it. I think you may be right.
And then Franklin Rush mentioned a song called "Can We All Get Along."
I don't know that I've heard that one, but
Okay.
Hold on a second. Yeah, and I know I'm gonna. I'll catch grief for this, but okay. I'm just that's where I'm at. I'm not trying to make anybody mad. I'm just showing you kind of stuff what's out there. You should be thanking me for making you aware of this.
It's all out there, right?
This is the one where I am. What you'll see, and the other part of this I want you to notice or understand too, is that there are lyrics, handwritten lyrics by Prince that were just sold at auction that match the lyrics to this song verbatim. And it's one thing when you're throwing music at AI and you do like that guy that we just watched did and just say 80s Minneapolis sounding music with blah, 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 and it spits something out, or that ridiculousness right there, that the Stick song.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's songs like this, you're like, and while I did ask somebody from the estate, screw it. I did ask Charles. I asked Charles if this song was legitimate or AI, and he said, "What song?" And I told it to him, and I don't. He said no, it's AI. And even though I heard him say that, I was just like, man, but have you heard the song? I'm thinking that he may have thought it was like maybe another song, but maybe he didn't. I don't know. But y'all, just play this. Piano sounds a little.
Finally found the stuff that's like no other. I feel like the last sketch Picasso drew. I don't do this stuff my soul will smother. I don't do what's unbeknownst to you. Why you to make me feel so bothered? You make me feel as if I overbroke the rules. The butterfly in my stomach is a lather when I do what's unbeknownst to you. Every time I walk away, your shadow stains the room. Every little word you say still blooms inside the...
Okay, I'm not going to play too much more of that, but because I think you kind of got the idea that you're telling me that is AI, because I'm listening. This is a Prince fanatic here who's listened to the tone. This is earlier Prince. This is probably, well, not earlier Prince. It may actually be in the 2000s. I don't remember. I don't know.
Here's what I'm thrown off by. I hear a hiss, and I'm sure that it's AI. They can invent the cassette hiss. They can probably program something that sounds like cassette hiss just to give you a little extra something. Anything's possible in this day and age.
Yeah, but I'm listening to those vocal tones, man.
Yeah, I'd say the vocal tones are pretty close. And where I was looking for some tell was in the lyrics.
Which again are lyrics that are verified and handwritten by him and was sold at auction, verified, authenticated.
Yeah.
And for somebody to create an AI song, like I said, like the two ridiculous things is one, but to go to this length, not only because it wasn't just like the straightforward vocal phrasing, it was that trickery and that stuff that he does, those vocal tricks that he does.
Yeah,
where it's not just straightforward like
I know what you're saying.
Other things,
Yeah.
Prince does that. AI, I don't think you would have had to. No, I'm sorry.
Here's what I think it sounds like. It sounds like well,
the piano was the only part that every time I hear the piano, it's just the piano is such a sharp tone on that. That's the only thing that I'm like, you know. Anyways,
to me it sounds like him, but I'm curious about the piano because I'm not sure the piano. As somebody mentioned, the piano does sound like an older recording than the voice. I'm not sure about that. To me, it sounded almost like, it almost sounded like what happens when you use like a stem splitter on Logic, and all together the tracks sound like you know them. But if you start soloing the tracks, you hear these artifacts, and you hear like phase happening and things like that. Like it becomes very messy when you stem split a song. You know, it's like things sound like decomposed to a certain degree.
Yeah, and so
that kind of sounded like that to me. I
get it, but that's again, it's another one of those components that you add, and it's just like if this is AI, the person already went to great lengths of detail, not only to make sure that the lyrics matched his handwritten lyrics that were authenticated, but that he also spent all this time crafting the vocal, the melody changes, those little things that only Prince did. And again, the only reason why I played that, if I knew that that was a legit song, I would not have played it, because I think you guys probably saw the YouTube screen. There was some things that were popping up on the side that were so unreleased songs that we could easily click on and sit here and enjoy together. But I know that those are legitimate songs and those are bootlegs, so I'm not going to do that on the show.
Yeah.
And the only reason why I played that unbeknownst to you was because Charles looked at me and said, "That's AI." Okay, but I'm playing it because I don't know. I'm playing it because I'm flabbergasted. I'm just flabbergasted.
Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised if that wasn't him. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this Reggie person in the chat room, but Reggie, if you're just now tuning in, I don't care if people, if you actually legit spam, I don't really care. But the last thing that I saw Reggie say was, so I get AI is ruining things, but we don't support the real cats like me. Then you missed the whole beginning of the show where I talked about a brand new website that's coming that does support acts like you. So stay tuned, brother. Stay tuned. And I don't know. Yeah, DJ Danny G asked, is that song mentioned in the Prince Vault online? I don't know that it is. I think that it is, actually. I think that it is. And again, there were already lyrics that were there but anyways.
Sure. I got it.
It's crazy.
I can't tell.
Yeah, it's so difficult to tell. Here's something interesting that kind of popped up. Will I Am from Black Eyed Peas.
Sure.
He was actually talking about implementing this POF or POL file, and I'll just let him explain it. But it's a way that he feels that we might be able to work in conjunction with, or be able to identify an AI file. And where it's at. Trying to think where it's at. There it is. All right, let's try this right here.
AI video shares the same MP3, MP4 file as humans.
It was playing.
I'm hearing myself on Instagram now.
Oh.
Right now, AI music and AI video shares the same MP3, MP4 file as humans. That ain't right. It takes AI seconds to make something, and it's valued the same. Why is that? Why should that? Why should an MP3 that an AI made be valued the same fraction of a penny than somebody's song that took them weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months? But how can you validate human sweat to make something? That means we need a lived experience file.
Sorry about that.
Like,
what's happening
drummers
is
are gonna
that
drum with the
we're
freaking
actually
watch.
going live to
And they're gonna have
we're actually going live to Instagram right now. So what's happening is that as I'm playing the Instagram video, we're getting a delay from the live that's happening, and so we're kind of getting this double up on thing. And I tried to mute the one tab, but then it was muting both tabs.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, all right. But basically what he's saying is that they want to implement what's called a proof of life file. It would essentially be like any other meta tag that would be inside of a file, where it would have to have the proof of life file in there to show that it's not AI. And so that proof of life file would serve as some type of proof that there was only live musicians and live artists that were working on this file. And if there's no POL file, then it's assumed that it's AI. And while that sounds good in theory, we were just talking about all these major artists that are out there that use AI, Billie Eilish and everything. So if she creates an MP3 where her brother is playing a majority of the stuff on there, but they use AI for certain components, does that mean they're not allowed to? They have to have this POL file in there because they used AI? It's just weird. It's just weird. So I don't know that there's any answer. AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere.
Well, I mean, wow. We're always right on the cusp of having like an apocalypse level conversation.
About
this. Right. I mean, it's oh man.
I know. Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's here to stay, and it keeps on coming up every single time we go from episode to episode. Some big weird thing happens. I had like multiple people send me that video of the guy with that Treblo program creating print stuff and whatnot. So, I hope I didn't kill y'all's live feed on Instagram. I think I may have just closed the wrong tab. So, my bad if you were on Instagram and not
that
anymore.
That incense got in your system, man. You can't take
no. We have. I mean, it should have been okay. I don't know. All right.
Well, before we close this issue, I think that what DJ Danny G is saying here at 7:57 p.m. is a worthwhile thing to consider. Because I was thinking to myself, how old is that piano sound? It sounds like an M1 maybe, or some keyboard from maybe the late 80s. And he's saying here that he was thinking that, well, literally, unbeknownst to you, or unbeknownst to you, given, what's he saying? Given that the word I is replaced by I in the lyrics, it is safe to assume that it dates back to 1988 at the earliest.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't disagree. That sounds like something that could have come from that time.
Yeah, I mean, it could. Well, that's the only thing. Actually, the piano it's the sharp piano that makes me go.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he would use kind of a neutral sounding, piano patch, either maybe to save time, or he's in the studio, or he doesn't want to go out to the grand piano and do it. He had different reasons for doing these things. But I'm saying that sounds realistic to me. That's a realistic scenario, that it was made maybe sometime in 1988, and that it was Prince, and that computer, that piano sound was some late 80s synth like the M1 or
yeah, because they would have that sharper tone that would, it
Yes.
doesn't have that soft, the softer edges like the piano does.
Because of like all the house music and whatnot. All those pianos had a very sharp attack. George Michael records, all of that.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
anyways, speaking of which, there is going to be actual verified new music coming from Prince this month. Matter of fact, on the 28th, is that where? Yeah, the 28th, which is Friday the 28th. They're going to be, it's an album release of Timeless. And I don't know how many people in here have pre-ordered it. I have not pre-ordered it. I like to actually go to the record store and actually physically get it. I'm okay. I've just been bitten one too many times on ordering stuff ahead of time, and then the day comes that it's supposed to go on sale and I still don't have it, and it's not
Sure.
coming in the mail, and then everybody else is going, "Oh, this is amazing. Oh, I got it a day early." And it's like,
Yeah,
all right,
that's
screw
gotta
this.
suck. Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just can't do that. But so anyways, they are doing on August 28th a Timeless global album release party. I don't know if anybody is in the area or whatever, but they're having this big party at Paisley Park. I think I actually have, we'll talk about that in just a second. I think I actually have the screen for the Paisley Park thing. I keep clicking on the wrong thing, man. This is going to be one of those days. There it is. No, this is what I wanted to share. So for the global release party, it is, they got parking for $11.75, and they actually go into the global release party is $31.75. I don't know what all the details are. Oh, basically no details. Paisley Park, 21 and over, and it's just 10 days away. Oh, there it is. 28 Timeless drops, a first of its kind release pulling music from across 5 decades of his career. Paisley Park is hosting a live release party for it, and the Prince fam community is invited to be a part of it. The evening includes a panel discussion on the music and its history, and a DJ dance party led by DJ Dudley D. And that is Friday, August 28th at Paisley Park at 7 o'clock in Minneapolis time. And there you go. It says the on-site parking is $10, but up here it is $11.75. So I guess maybe if you reserve it, that doesn't make any sense. Anyways, there's going to be catering there. Doors open at 6:30. They're going to have the panel discussion for an hour and a half, and then the dance party till 8, from 8:30 to 1. All right, you go, Dudley D. I see you. But yeah, so and the part to pay attention to is the global release party part of this. The global release party is this one. They actually did a little thing on it here on Twitter. It says the countdown to Timeless continues. Browse merch, keep up with Paisley Park and events, and pre-save it. And it's, I guess, if you timeless.prince.com is where you can get this information, but you can actually bookmark it everywhere that it's going to be. You can order the merch as you see scrolling on here, and pre-save it, shop it, and all that. It's going to be good. It's going to be, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. And I know that some people said that, are you doing something? And I was like, should I do something? And I was like, maybe I'd do something here in Atlanta. And I thought maybe I'll reach out to the record stores down here and see if anybody would be willing to, host an event there or do something. Mm-hmm. I know it's last minute, but we can get some Prince fans coming out. But then I started to think about it, and I was just like, the problem with this is that I can't think of, I can probably think of about 20 Prince fans here in Atlanta that, regularly come out to all these types of events. When you go to a Prince event, they're always there.
Yes.
And they haven't really done a whole bunch of marketing on this album. The marketing that they did do, and it was a pretty big marketing push, was June 4th with Rolling Stone and Variety, so all the big magazines, but that was June 4th. And there hasn't really been a whole bunch of chatter since then. I mean, it's just like little smatterings. And what you do see is people bringing it up on Reddit or people in discussions on Facebook or wherever. So there's discussions that are happening around it. But my concern was that I didn't want to do like a whole event, on-site event, and then, you're sitting there all night and then maybe a half a dozen people show up and I'm just like, that doesn't look good for them either. So I was like, even with the poll we have here in Atlanta, it's always questionable. It's a Friday night, people don't go out like they used to and do the things that they used to. Like,
You're right, man. Yeah.
So we're going to be doing one online. That's right.
Great.
We'll be doing one right here. Well, not right here, because I think what I want to do is I'll probably utilize Zoom. So on Friday, I'll give you all the details next week. We're still trying to, I'm trying to figure out all the details about it because I wanted to do Zoom because it allows everybody to join in.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody can be in videos and we can all be having a good time. Online party. So that is what we're going to be doing. We'll be doing an online party. And so I'll probably get something together and we'll just, everybody can just come and hang out. And
fantastic, man. Yeah.
You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to get in a car. And I got I'm pretty confident we can get at least 6 people to come.
That's worthwhile.
It'll be more than 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a bunch of videos here and everybody can join in and we can listen to the music together and we can talk about the songs and whatnot. And apparently, I don't know all the intricate details, but coming soon, Paisley Park is going to be releasing, or the Prince Estate, wherever it's coming from, they're going to be releasing information about how you can let them know if you're doing a party. Let's just say, because I know there are parties going on, I think in LA, there's one at I think they're trying to get people to do their own parties around the country, around the world.
Mm-hmm.
And if you do let them know, I guess there's ways that they can tap into it. And they can show you maybe during the dance party, so I don't know. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. So that all being said, if it is going to be going till 1 o'clock in the morning, that means that it will be Friday night and we will be here till 2 o'clock in the morning or however it breaks down. I don't know that we'll be doing all that, but if we wanted to, it might be fun. So get ready. We will be doing a global release party on Friday for Timeless. As far as next Tuesday is concerned, this upcoming Tuesday, a week from now, I don't know if we want to do anything on Tuesday because of the global party, which is going to be longer. I didn't even talk to you about this, so I don't even know if you can even make it. You may have a show. But we'll be hanging out here on Friday night on the release. And most people will have already heard it by then extensively because it's going to be released on Spotify at 12:01 a.m. on that day. So people will have already been listening to it all day, which is fine. But we can all enjoy it together. And that's kind of what it's about. It's not just about listening and then, it's about hanging out together and listening to it together with Paisley Park, because I guess we're going to be able to capture the broadcast from Paisley Park and we can share it and show it. And, it'll be fun. We'll have a good time.
All right.
Yep. We do not have a link set up for the online party yet. I see people asking already. So, but it will be, let's go with, I don't know, what should we call it? Let's just call it funkatopia.com/timeless. We'll just call it that. If that link is not set up right now, but if you go to funkatopia.com/timeless, that will take you to wherever you need to go. Yeah, man, a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of fun. I seemed like there was something else that I wanted to touch on, and I can't remember what it was. No, I think that's pretty much it. That was what we wanted to talk about. Obviously, the Timeless Party, the album release is happening next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday. We'll have an online party and we'll do all that. We talked about the drawing for this amazing box set, Prince, Piano and a Microphone, 1983, a drawing for this box set. Not only for this, but also for the 45 of Welcome to America, along with the interpolation with the Rockin' Dreamer and Welcome to America. And it's sealed. So this is a collector's edition. You can't get this anywhere right now. So
all right.
I don't think you can get this anymore unless you buy it from somebody who's selling it. But if you become a member at patreon.com/Funkatopia, if you join us, patreon.com/Funkatopia, you get entered in this just by joining. You don't have to do anything. Just make sure your email is there and your name. And of course, the higher the level that you are, the more entries that you get into it. And it was pretty cool. We had a good time last week. This is the prize pack for this month. And that happens next Tuesday. So you have to be there for that.
Okay.
What else do we talk about? You got any shows coming up? Isn't there an Urban Classic show coming up soon?
Well, yeah, we have a Rufus and Chaka Khan tribute coming up on
That's right.
Thursday, August 27th. So
well, that's Thursday night.
Yeah, the 27th is a Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
But I believe I have next Tuesday off.
Yeah. Well,
I was rehearsing Monday and Wednesday, and then we're doing the show on Thursday.
Yeah, I was
not to make sure. Sorry.
I was asking for the global party part of it. If you were gonna be able to hang out.
Oh, it would be Friday. It's that Friday. It's this Friday.
No, next Friday. The
28th. Okay. Yeah, if I'm not dinged up too bad, you definitely, man. I at least intend to show my face a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that's part of the fun. Really, is just hanging out, listening to the new music together, and just everybody can comment and say what they want. And I've only been in a couple of Zooms where you have that many people. Like I would anticipate if we did it on Friday night, it'd probably be, the problem is that, right now it's at about 250 because we're on a variety of different platforms. So a lot of times if you see numbers, it's you have to like multiply it because we got multiple things going on outside of StreamYard. But I don't know what it's like to have a Zoom meeting where there's like, over 100 people that are in a room and all of them are trying to talk. And all of them are trying to, it's like, it seems like it would be mayhem, but I guess we'll find out.
Sure.
I guess you can find out and just, mute participants. I don't know.
Yeah, no, just go for it, man. Yeah.
Susan Peterson said, if I am already on Patreon, will I be entered in the drawing? Yes. If you're already on Patreon, you will be entered. You'll be entered in the drawing. Yes. Just don't quit before Sunday because that's when I'll be pulling the list. So you're going to quit. Don't quit before Sunday because that's when I pull the list. But then when I do this drawing, I'll also be announcing what next month's giveaway is going to be, which I've got to figure it out. I'm like, I've got some really cool stuff. I got some really cool collectible cassettes and stuff that nobody has. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Man, I love doing these free-for-alls because you never know when they're going to go. And, it's fun to hang out and just talk about ridiculousness.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Big plans this week?
For me? No, man. No big plans. I'm just one business meeting after another, man. Since I bossed up, no recreational, it's like I have to keep track of 13 different people's schedules, and we're already booking for 2027. Me and Stu are already like, oh, well, should we play the Dakota on this date? Well, we're talking to the Chanhassen Dinner Theater about this. So that's my everyday is with Stu Pastor on the phone, starting to line up things for next year.
Yeah.
Got
it. Man, that's great that you guys are already booking out that far. It's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I figured out why you could hear me. You guys weren't privy to this, but we were talking before we came online. I said, check, and I realized that the Rodecaster was muted. So I unmuted myself and I said, sorry about that. And he goes, no, I can hear you. I was like, what is happening? This Rodecaster's not even friggin' live.
Okay, so we're talking
about the audio's coming on the camera, which is one of the reasons why the last podcast that I heard on audio sounded like shit. That's why. It's because it's using that and not this friggin' mic.
Well, all right. At least you figured it out. See that incense? Once you lit that incense, man, you ain't been
just went haywire
since
the haywire. All right. We're not doing incense anymore on the show. We're just gonna avoid that. All right, man. Well, I hope you had a good time, and I hope I don't get any kind of crazy. I've got a few messages on here. I hope there's not anything that I got to worry about.
Me too. You got enough to worry about as it is, man. I was about to get concerned for you.
No, I mean, I know, and that's the other part of this too, is that I'm just, you guys will notice that I'm going to get a little bit more loose just because I just don't feel like walking a tightrope anymore. I feel like I can't be myself and, say, I just don't want to feel like I'm a marionette. I just like,
sure.
Come on, man. And that's another reason why I'm focusing on the Tickbang thing, because I want to be able to, they just support all artists and as much as possible, get to, be able to support all music. Because there's some amazing stuff out there.
Oh, yeah.
Just some amazing stuff. There's one video I did not play tonight, but I'm not going to play it because it's very depressing. But there's this girl that's wrote the song on acoustic guitar, and it's unbelievable. It's only like a minute and a half, but it was like, oh, geez. And it's like, this is the type of artistry that I want to be able to support. It's like,
I got you.
It's killing.
No, hey, man. I already told you, I'm with you on it. I think it's a great thing to be doing. And, a lot of artists, they don't really have a lot of education on how social media works, how to get on the road, how to, like you're creating a one-stop shop, a resource where you can learn what you need to learn.
Right. And that's the other part of it too, is to kind of be an informational source where people can actually, learn about the industry and understand and be aware of the pitfalls of the industry. Because that part is even more important, because you can screw up your whole entire lives and work for years and give away all your music to a label.
You certainly can
lose everything.
Everything.
So we're gonna fix that with Tickbang. We're gonna fix it.
Well, come on now,
yeah. I'll make sure that I get the email address scenario on there, so that if you guys want to be alerted about the launch of that site, I will let you know. But we've got a bunch of things. I've got a bunch of things to do, so that's kind of where my attention has been recently. So, but
sure.
Just wanted to come on here with my good friend Michael Bland and just kind of hang out with you guys for a little bit.
Yeah, get reacquainted. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a good time. You're probably thinking, man, this is an early show. Well, that's the free-for-alls you never can tell.
No, I think we did it, man. We did it.
Yeah. I mean, Real Time with Bill Maher is only 30 minutes, and it feels like it's an hour. It feels like forever.
Yes, forever.
Like literally, it's a 30-minute show, but you watch it, and it's like
he's still on.
This is like it just seems like so much longer. Anyways, all right, everybody, we'll talk to you later. We hope you had a good time. We will see you soon, and we'll definitely see you next Tuesday with probably another free-for-all, and then, of course, the Global Music Party on Friday. I'll give you details. I'm Mr. Christopher. That's Michael Bland. We hope you had a good time. We will see you guys soon. Hopefully. Yeah, I think we will. Adios, amigos.
Are we sure? We're not sure. We're not sure.
I don't know. All right, goodbye.
All right. Bye.
It's for the entire country, Brian. You had that question. It'll be for the entire country. Just letting you know. Good night.